It's a beautiful evening today, isn't it? A very good evening to everyone. Mr. Harigopalan, Chairman of Sunbeam Schools, Mr. George Arvind, Vice Chairman, Dr. Joan Arti, Mr. Atish Pillai, my good friends, Mr. Vijay Shankar, Mr. Godson Swaminath, advocates, staff members, parents, and my dear children. I am reminded of my school days when I see a gathering like this. It's one of the most beautiful part of a life in one's career. We don't realize this when we are in the school days. This happens to almost everyone who passes out of the school, enters into their own career, about 20-25 years pass. And then we think about those nice days which we enjoyed in the school. I'll tell you what happened when I realized that when I was going a little positively in my career, after becoming a lawyer, I was reminded of my school teachers. I really wanted to see them once again. So I along with a couple of my classmates, we ventured to locate them. We went and searched for them. They were all, they had vacated their places, and we ultimately, after 2-3 years also, we couldn't locate them at all. Till date, we have not done that. We feel so sorry that we could not go and tell them that we have, after all you have taught us, we have come to this position. We really wanted them to see that, but unfortunately we did not do it. Today I realize that the same appreciation I could have done, or we could have done, when we were in the school at that time. And therefore, children, I'll tell you, your teachers, they are with you, they teach you, but you can also express all your appreciations, all your respects, all your love, affection now itself, because tomorrow you should not be facing a similar situation which I have faced in my future. When I was invited, I was just entering into Vellore. I saw a huge a board which said that the topper of the district in the NEET examinations was from Sunbeam. Nobody told me about that. I saw that in the board, and that was my first impression about the school. Then I entered the campus. I did not believe. I saw some pamphlets which gave me a rough idea about the campus. But to see it in reality, it's one of the best campuses I've ever seen in a school. Thanks to the management, the chairman, and the rest of the management team. You may ask me why a campus is also important in your school career. I'll give my own personal experience on this. My father was a government servant, and we used to live in a locality where not many had gone to schools. My father was of the view that the neighborhood in which we live, the school in which we study, shapes the career, nothing else. That was his firm opinion. So when we were all very small, me and my brothers and sisters, he shifted us from that locality and put us in a good locality. And to the best of his ability, he put us in a school where English was the medium of instruction. I don't know how far he believed in that, but it did matter much. Because we even meet the persons who were used to be our neighbors, and they have not aimed much higher in their life, and they are content with what they are today. But then the neighborhood has changed us, all of us, has changed every one of my family members. Likewise, the school which we studied gave us certain facilities. All the facilities were not as of course, you don't expect a school which was about 40 years back to have all these facilities, but then when you have facilities like this, all the infrastructure, it is not only about your academics, but also your extracurricular activities, sports. And this makes you stand apart from the rest of the other students. Children, the point I'm trying to make is, not all children are gifted to go to schools like this. And when you have this opportunity to be in this school, in a school with this kind of infrastructure, you must be thankful to two persons. One is your parents who have chosen to put you in these schools. And secondly, to the management who have tried their best to give you all the facilities and infrastructures and groom you throughout your academic life. Therefore, you have to live your moment today and make best use of it, and thus try to come up in your career. Mr. George was mentioning about the cases which I have done. I don't know how much of you aspire to become a lawyer or a judge in future. But children, the fact remains that you have many options when you complete your school career and move into the college. Among these many careers, law is also one of the career. In case, if any of you opt to become a lawyer or a judge for that matter, or any part of the legal fraternity, let me tell you without any contradiction that this profession, the law profession, in a few more years, which could be even 5 years, would become one of the best professions in this country. A couple of days back, there was a little bit of liberalization with regard to entry of the law firms, foreign law firms into the country, with some restrictions. But then, if it is going to be widely opened, I'm sure that this is going to beat all the professions in this country and become number one. In case you're opting law as a career, you will not be repenting for it. I thank the management, Mr. Vijayashankar and Godson, for having given me this opportunity to meet all these loving children. Thank you very much and wish you all the very best.